I wish you all could smell how sweet and really awesome this prairie grass and undergrowth is here. This was all charred and burnt up a few weeks ago, and look what it's developed into. And some of you may recall from last summer when I was doing clips at the very end when we were in the midst of the drought, while the seeding and everything of the tall grass was not what it is this time around, it really didn't get starved like mowed grass would. And over here you can see what some of the flowering so-called weeds and wildflowers are. That purplish one is called thistle, I believe, and rabbits really love that, even though it's a little bit tall for them. And of course I need to go into the wetlands a little bit. This always reminds me a little bit of Sherwood Forest, or what we think of as Sherwood Forest. I'm out a little bit late tonight, as you can see by how dark it is. But I wanted to get something of it. Sorry, I can see it's all blurry now. Come on, focus. There we go, somewhat. I wanted to get something of nature for the evening and also squeeze as much productivity reading-wise out of the evening as I could. We publish 8 magazines, soon to be 9, and I do try to keep abreast of everything that we're doing to some extent so that I can speak knowledgeably to customers that I interact with. The job is getting so diverse as the customer base really develops. I can't figure out why the blurriness is so bad. This is where the blackbirds live. Didn't mean to scare them to that extent, but look at, oh no, you can't. So many in here, I can't believe it. Incredible, really. Actually, I don't want to go that way, so I have to disturb them again. At any rate, the customer base keeps getting more and more diverse. This is hundreds of them. What fantastic luck, really. I think they know that I'm on their good side, and hopefully vice versa, though. This sort of evidences how much the natural recovery has been. Oh, that very soft tweet there. I don't know if you can see her, but that is a female cardinal or a red bird. They're less colorful than the males, however. Lots of rabbits too. Lots and lots of rabbits this year, because we've had sort of a break in our several year-long drought. There has been a lot more to eat for them. And here are the yellow flowers that are coming in the tall prairie grass here. It's just fantastic, really. And in about 2 months, I would say, there should be quite a few sunflowers back in here as well. That is our state flower. So much to talk about, and then it's not really easy to explain it all, but in my free time, I continue to look at economic models around the world and increasingly wonder which system I want to participate in and what impact I can have. And the cost-benefit analysis is never totally clear. In the US, it's well known to everyone but the people who live here, I guess, that taxes are low, and in return you have vast inequality for that. But in the European model, or what we think of as the European and Canadian model, I have to say from my direct experience, not saying that that supersedes everything else, that there is not very much social mobility, and also because the expectations are lower. I always said when I lived in Canada, nothing bad will happen to you, but nothing particularly good will either. And so most Americans are willing to endure all kinds of hardship in the hopes that they might, quote unquote, be somebody at some point. And that's unhealthy and disturbing in another way, but normal to us. Here's another rabbit up the road. I was surprised to find out in yet another happiness survey, I think it was from, God, I don't know if it was Forbes or the Atlantic Monthly or whichever one. But looking at, not discretionary income. I'll have to look it up later, but essentially Americans have more money to do what they want with after tax and social contributions than anywhere else, although the number has been slipping in terms of its growth over the last several years. And the closest countries in terms of this extra income are Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and also Norway. And so I bet they think I'm nuts, and probably I am. But those countries are about $6,000 behind this income you can do whatever you want with. And with so much competition, most consumer goods or your essentials are not that expensive, although it has been increasing a lot in terms of the cost of everyday life. And I don't know how much you all know about me from what you've watched over the last year or so, if you've been with the channel that long. But I used to be a fairly high earner in South Korea, and as a foreign resident, not contributing to the social security system there. Well, in fact, my employer was supposed to be doing that, but they did not, and I didn't get this money back. They have a matching program. But as a foreigner, I was paying 3.3% income tax, which is totally outrageously low. It's just so cheater-like, I guess you could say. Though it was out of my hands. And so I wasn't sure. Sorry, I get a little bit distracted when somebody comes by. Oh, can you see this really cool bench and stuff? And it looks like it's mostly black on the screen here. It's about 8:40 p.m. right now. Unfortunately, my bike has lights, and no, I'm wearing shoes right now. Sorry. Sorry, Rose. Oh, as a side caveat, I wish both Rose and Lisa happy birthday this week. Your birthdays are not too far apart. The last time I said a happy birthday to Lisa, I was in Athens, Greece, and filmed there. Anyway, I'm gonna go.